Hi there. I hope everyone is doing well, of course, despite the circumstances that we are under. Today is Saturday that I am filming this. Past few days I felt a little physically under the weather and yucks. I'm sure it's because we are going through, portals and ascension, and there's DNA upgrading and recalibration. So, a lot of it is downloads of light, streams of information and light, and our muggle meat suit bodies cannot keep up. And so it's a great time right now to take time for yourself, to take extra long baths or showers, sleep when you're tired, take a nap. It's a great time right now to read a book, just to refill your cup. Eat dessert for breakfast, breakfast for dinner. Treat yourself. Oh my God, it's a joke. It's like it's scripted, but it's not. This is just my regular life. Number 19, rest and rejuvenation. As I'm going off about it, Spirit goes, yeah, what she said. Because we have been feeling a lot of gunky stuff and a lot of the shit happening around us, we feel the shift physically. It's about taking that time, rest and rejuvenation. They think they slick. What she said. Oh my God. Woman holding a heart. Is that why I feel like I've been shot through the heart? Having weird pains straight through here to the back. It feels muscular though, but sometimes it is physical medical issues, right? Which I'm thinking not, I'm hoping not. But also it could be heart chakra. It was funny, I was explaining it yesterday on my live on Instagram, xi_missy_xi, that it felt like I was shot through the heart like Cupid's arrow. Like Cupid shot me. Woman holding a heart. Is she in love? Is she holding it going, what is this? I don't know what it is. I don't want it. Take it back. Is she embracing it? Is it freaking her out? Is she denying it? Hostilities. Why does it keep coming up? She's fighting it off. She's fighting love. She's trying to fight Cupid. Angel of love. Holy shit. Trying to fight off falling in love. Wow, that's almost like a joke. Love is presented, or love is trying to manifest, or love is trying to happen. It's like she's so freaked out by it, or so like not ready for it. I think it's because it came when she wasn't looking. Pardon me, my allergies are out of fucking control. I have allergies 24/7. It's hard to have allergies during a pandemic because every time you sniffle, sneeze, or cough, people be all, and we be all, I have hay fever. Dumbass. They be all, did you sneeze? I always sneeze. I'm like the seven dwarfs, sneezy, coughy, nasally, post drip. I have major post nasal drip, which is why I cough a lot. It's almost like that weird irritating cough too. Anyways, blossoming abundance. Your new cycle, of which is happening for many of you right now, holds love, but it also holds lots of new great things for career too. Cycle of abundance, yeah. Abundance means a lot of something. It's a lot of love. It's like they're trying to give you love. The temple path. They're trying to give you love. Why are you running from it? Does it scare you? This feels like an extremely sacred place here, the temple paths. It's like a road that leads you down this one path, so sacred. It's almost like, am I supposed to be here? This is too good to be true. It's almost euphoric. It's almost It's like a place of worship also too. Something about that is just, I don't know, it's going to be relevant for someone. Attachment, fear of it. Fear of attachment, because that was the whole journey, was how to become unattached to things, to not allow yourself to become consumed by things that were not good for you. And I think for those that have gone through this journey of self-love and of learning the lessons and have truly come out on the other side, they get worried that if I fall so madly, deeply, truly in love with this person, and it's this feeling I've never felt before, and I feel myself already getting super attached, I'm nervous that I will lose myself. Kind of why she holds it out like this, like, I don't want to touch it. I want to put it down. I want to just, I don't know what to do with it. Because she feels if she consumes it, if she feels it, if she embodies it, that it will take her over. But are you weak? No. You're experienced now. You know how to balance yourself. You know how to stay grounded. Back in the day, we didn't quite know how to do those things, so we allowed things to consume us. And we also we also partook. Bear with me. We also partook in forbidden fruits and such, okay? And so, you know, but you gonna do that now? No? Right? King of Swords. There we go. Air, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But he's King of the North. However that relates to you. I find it funny that I keep feeling King of the North, especially when the North Star thing keeps coming up again. As I have channeled for at least 2 years, I felt the North Star would be so important. That the North Star would... The North Star would bring him home. The Chariot would follow the North Star home. It's also this thing I remember a really long time ago, like 2-3 years ago, when I first got on Instagram and was channeling, I kept staring at the star card. And it's like, why is this star card going to be so important? It just feels so important. Something about the star, something about the star. I mean, it's right now Age of Aquarius. It's also the star is about destined and fated. It's also as if, like, if you ever get lost too, the North Star always brings you back home. There's something so important about the North thing, right? We also have an energy that is more cold and detached. But are you the king? Trying to keep yourself from feeling it. Of not allowing yourself to get into the emotions of where this is. True love awaits in the depths of the waters. But people are afraid to go in the water because they think they're going to drown again. But what if this time you can breathe in the water? It's like a fairy. She's got like really pointy ears. See? She looks like an elf or a fairy. She's got this cup that he doesn't even notice. I feel like at both times of your lives, that could have been different times, you've both gone through this kind of an energy, right? That's what makes you guys so compatible. That's what makes your vibrations so in sync, is because you guys have literally just kind of been in the same situations. Your situations have been mirrored, your life paths, in a lot of different ways. Yeah, they will be very different, the details of it, but like the bulk of it, it's you guys have lived the same kind of a life. Extreme loss, betrayal, maybe two people having to fight for their empire, building themselves up, creating an empire. I don't know how it's going to work. Becoming free from attachments, now making sure you don't get attached, like shit like that. Like, you guys have a lot in common. You have the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I want to stay detached, but I'm in love. I want to not feel anything, but I feel everything. With you, I feel the whole zoo. What song is that? I don't feel butterflies with you. I feel the whole zoo. Oh. I swear I've channeled that last year or the year before. Ace of Swords flew. The truth. It must be spoken. The truth is undeniable, y'all. What lays at the very bottom of the depths of the ocean is the truth. The truth is I love you. The truth is, I don't want to love you because I'm afraid. The truth is, I wasn't looking for you, and that's when I found you. This is the same energy as this. Rest and rejuvenation. Four of Swords, same thing. Resting, retreating, healing, surrendering, minding one's own business. I found you when I wasn't looking, and that makes me nervous. What if you don't feel the same? It's just a lot of different things that someone's wanting. See, Seven of Cups, confusion. It's just all these things like, is it real? Is it true? How do I know? What if it's not? It's a place of confusion. And to say that I don't feel confused would be someone denying their human emotions. It's normal to feel confusion. People like to be real badass in their ascension process and pretend like they don't feel muggle things anymore. I don't feel that. It's not about whether you feel it. We all feel it. It's about whether it owns you. No, it doesn't. We know how to take control of it. We feel anger, we feel sadness, we feel guilt, we feel all these things. But do we let it own us and restrict us and keep us attached? No. But you have to own what you feel. We got to feel it to heal it. You got to feel it to embrace it and address it. You cannot not address the elephant in the room. You have counterparts here. Two people trying to not feel something. King and Queen of Swords. Air signs, right? Could be air. But they're both icy. Maybe it's a facade. I pretend I don't feel because I'm confused of what it is, and I'm confused if you feel the same way. I almost feel like two people wonder if the other feels it, but they don't say it, they don't address it, they may not even speak a word of it, and I don't know the details of how this is going to go, but I almost feel like two people are trying to run from feeling attached to each other because they're worried it's going to be a bad attachment and it's going to be like how it was before, but it's not going to be like it was before because you're not the same people. Look at this. The Knight of Swords. She wants to fight. She's on top of the wave. She's on top of the emotions, but she's not letting it consume her. She's trying to fight it off, fighting off this, fighting off the feeling. Seven of Swords, they think it's deception. Five of Cups, because I remember what happened in the past. I remember when I put all my faith and hope into something, and I remember it didn't pan out, or I'm afraid to become attached to someone because I lost a loved one, and ever since I lost a loved one, I always told myself I was never going to get attached again. Let's say they lost like a parent or a grandparent or someone, a best friend, and they like died. Like it's like they go, something inside of me died too. Something shut off. I'm not open to. They're not open to feeling because they're afraid that they're going to have it snatched away. I'm afraid to love you because what if they take you away? That's some deep shit. See? Three of Swords. Heartbreak. They lost something. This is a family member loss because the humpback whale makes me think of like a legacy. It makes me think of like ancestors, you know? It's like your spiritual team, your guidance. It's someone that passed over, but it feels like a family member or someone that was like family. Maybe someone who raised you, your adopted parents, your adopted sibling, I don't know. But this is extreme loss. Someone here lost a lot in the past and it turned them cold, and part of their karmic lesson was to go and rest and retreat and heal and to be open and vulnerable, because that's when you can say you've healed, right? People say I've healed, I've healed. You heal when something no longer owns you. But wouldn't you say that if you're running from love, then that means that owns you? If you're afraid of it? So sometimes when we say we're healed, we're healed, we're healed. No, we're not. We want to be healed. We say we're healed. But you're not actually healed because whatever it is you're running from, it still owns you. Right? It still attaches you to it. This is somebody here that their biggest lesson is going to be owning. Not necessarily owning, it's just feeling the loss of what they lost. Maybe they've been avoiding that, but it's also saying like, okay, maybe I've lost really big, huge things in the past, but I'm going to be open to love again. I will be open to feeling again. And it's like the second someone lets their guard down to feel, bing, There it is. See? Bing, there it is, the Wheel of Fortune. See, the wheel turns instantaneously. You can't make this shit up. Energy is energy. Like, this is like law of attraction shit. When you're ready and the wheel turns, bing! Remember, you have blossoming abundance, angel of love, right? You have all of these gorgeous things here. When the wheel turns, look, it's a ship's wheel, like a pirate ship. It's like I just saw the words navigation. I don't know what that means. For each of you, might be different. Navigating through the darkness. Maybe they were lost at sea and the North Star brings them home. Maybe for some of them, that's their job, is a pilot, a captain on a ship. Somebody here who's a driver, right? Like things like that where it's like through navigation. It could be a profession, but it also is just really symbolic of the wheel just turns in your favor when you do the fucking work. When is it coming? When you do the work? It's like a payday, right? You don't get paid unless you work. 10 of Pentacles, see? Here it comes, abundance. Happily ever after. Look at all your loved ones and your ancestors. They can't wait. They cannot wait to watch you feast. They cannot wait to celebrate with you. They cannot wait to see you win. That's the blossoming abundance that comes in, but it comes in when we become open and vulnerable, when we do not let pain from the past own us. The worst is over. The 10 of Swords, look at that. The worst is over. It's like somebody here got like the one last thing that was like it, that caused them to like completely crash and burn. Look at what happened. The end of it, right? But they've been reborn. It's very death energy with, you know, like Scorpio energy. It's this transformation. It's a metamorphosis. It really is the caterpillar turning into the butterfly, because it's like the worst is over, but you've also learned that's the death of that old life. Death of the old life. It's like that part doesn't own you anymore. Let it the fuck go. Stop worrying about getting hurt or you'll manifest it. Second, two people become vulnerable. Look at that, the scales of justice here. It's Libra energy with justice, but this is all about weighing things out, weighing out the truth. Something about weighing out the truth with the sword versus what's been written. You see the two scrolls? I almost feel like this winner, I just talked about it recently in one of my videos, Boy Who Becomes King, feels like it was written that it would be something else, but then this dude just kind of shocks everybody. But was it purposeful? Did they purposely write in the scrolls? Did they purposely write in the book of life or the Akashic records something to throw people off the scent of that? But it really was this person all along. I don't know. It has this weird feeling to it of like extreme plot twist, but it's the way it's supposed to have been all along. Death. See, I told you, feel it. You can feel this whole death of the old way of living, your old person, your old self. Death is about going beneath the surface. Still waters run deep. This is also two people that on the outside seem very cool, calm, and collected, but in the inside there's extreme turmoil, either because the healing hasn't happened yet and they're really sad, or they're upset and they're angry, or number two, it's because they're so in love, feeling emotions for someone, and they just haven't quite spoken it. We all have our own journey. Don't judge a person that's going through theirs. We judge motherfuckers that's trying to play us. We judge people that are trying to give crumbs and shit. That's different. This ain't that. This is, listen, I've been through shit. I've been through the fire. Look at that, the 9 of Wands. I've been through the fire. You don't know what I've been through. You guys are both wounded warriors, but you're warriors. You've gone through the healing. This is what's super important. Knight of Pentacles, this is the scribe rewriting history. Look at that. When I said the scrolls or the book, the pages in the Akashic records may have been to throw people off or some kind of thing, it's like now she's rewriting it. She's writing it exactly the way it's supposed to be, or exactly the way it's turning out. 4 of Pentacles, look at her, brushing her gorgeous hair. She's a mermaid outside of water. I feel like she's taking a breath, a breather. She's taking the resting and retreating and rejuvenation thing over there. She's practicing self-care. 6 of Wands. victorious. Look at that. Public recognition, people watching you conquer and succeed. It's almost like the world's watching, however that works for you guys, whether you guys are both in the public eye or only one of you, or I don't know how that works. The world's watching. It's what I feel like. The world, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the, oh my God, of all the cards to stop on, it's the Two of fucking Cups. Look at that. Holy shit. It reminds me of the quote about the eclipse. It's like, you know, the sun and the moon always chase each other but rarely meet. But when they do, the world stops and stares and watches as they reunite. It has this like real dramatic quote to it, right? I forget the exact verbatim one right now, but you guys have probably heard it before. It's an absolutely phenomenal, gorgeous quote, and it feels like this. It just kind of feels like when this happens, because it feels like it's just been a long time in the making, probably, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, this buildup of this, it's almost as if the world stops and stares and watches in awe, or watches and they learn from it. Or, like I said, the two of you could be in the public eye, or maybe only one of you, I don't know. Has this feeling to it of the world will stop and stare. They're just going to be like, it's like you guys inspire people with your love story, with your survivor story, with how you both never gave up, about how you both put love into yourself, and I found you and I found me, and people are going to go, wow, that really is the way you do it. And it's like, it's what I promote. You'll never hear me, and if you've been following me from the beginning, I don't do the bubblegum, fluffy, fairy tale, blow smoke up my ass shit, because that hurts people to blow smoke up their ass and only promise them, you know, gumdrops and lollipops and rainbows and unicorns, because life is not all about that. We have to do the physical 3D work. We have to, because that's why we're here, is to learn the lessons. It's to own our shit. It's to heal. Once we do that is when our vibration raises, and then that's when we pretty much can create the life of our fucking dreams, right? Through law of attraction and through what we think, feel, and say. And it's just, but there are practical steps to it. You guys both went through all of the practical steps. You're the main female. I feel like there's another bitch in the picture, if I can just use very general layman's terms. This could be baby mama, this could be mother, this could be the sister, this could be the ex, this could be the current karmic. There's another bitch in the picture. House, yeah, they could live with them. Or they could have somebody that they owned a house with, somebody that they had a like domestic relationship with. So this is either someone that they're in a karmic relationship with, that energy that I've been feeling ever since we first started the quarantine, where people that were faking the funk in karmic relationships, they're going to be faced to acknowledge you ain't it. Oh my God, the wealthy man. Well, we know he ain't a broke ass. But you don't gotta tell somebody that. We know they ain't a broke ass. Why? Because, well, not only do you have, of course, the blossoming abundance, but it's because when you're in a high vibration, you become a magnet to miracles, right? And so what this would mean is that you would attract miraculous, wonderful things. You just would. All right, you guys, follow me on Instagram, xi_missy_xi. Thank you for all of your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. You guys are so amazing. I love you. And remember, please, if you want to book a reading with me, please make sure you know what you want first before you email me. I know that you have to go and look at my description box, because how the hell else did you get my email address? So I know you looked at it, but you got to follow through with the rest, right? You must know what you want, and you have to include it in the title of your email, because I have different options and they all cost different prices. So I need to know what to be able to invoice you for the payment, okay? And it's just faster for me instead of going back and forth. We like to go back and forth, honey, but not when it comes to things like that. We like that back and forth all the time. Just not when it comes to, what do you want? What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? No, nobody got time for that. I make it very easy for people. I put it step by step of what you need to do in the description box. Okay, so there's no confusion. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I will start the May zodiac sign readings very soon, okay? And I thank you again all for your patience. Everything kind of got thrown in the air, and my stepdad passed away a few days after Easter, and I had to take a break, and so, you know, my readings are a bit delayed. I'm having technical difficulties trying to upload some people's recorded readings, which kind of tells me they ain't meant to have one, because I don't believe in accidents. So I am stretched slightly thin here, and so I appreciate everybody that has been patient, okay? I'll get to you guys when I get to you, when it's divine time. I love you guys so very much. Bye.